organizer, and then go on to Michael, and then of course Kofi Olamide. This press briefing is specifically targeted to the music and what you're doing here, so the other questions are depending on your comfortability.
French.
Ce qu'elle voulait dire, c'est que aujourd'hui on est là pour parler purement du concert et de la musique, mais toute autre question, ça dépend apparemment de vous, si vous êtes confortable pour le répondre ou pas.
Oui, en principe, je savais qu'on allait me poser des questions. Maintenant, j'espère que ce seront des questions relatives à ce que nous sommes venus faire, c'est-à-dire la musique, le spectacle, et qu'il n'y aura pas de discourtoisie ni de méchanceté dans les questions. Si c'est le cas, je réponds.
I knew coming here, the question would be about the music and the concert, but as long as we have a self-respect, and I'm happy to answer the question as long as we respect each other.
So let's go to the questions, and let's start from the side of the club, we have Nahus and Knight to answer some of your questions, so let's start with that.
አንዱ ጥያቄ ይመስለናል ከኦርጋናይዘሮቹ ሳይድ ለኦርጋናይዘሮቹ የተጠየቀው እሺ ለማብራራት ያህል የተመረጠበት ያላችሁ ጥያቄ ማለት ነው ያው እንደምናውቀው ኮፊ ትልቁ ሌጀንድ ነው ኢትዮጵያ ማሚን አፍሪካ ውስጥ እየሰራን ያለነው this year እንደ መጀመሪያ እንደተነገረው አፍሪካ ዩኒየን ዲክሌር አድርጎታል የአርት የካልቸር እና የሄሪቴጅ አመት ተብሎ ስለዚህ ኮንቲኒየስ የሆኑ ኢቨንቶች ይኖረናል የተለያዩ አርት ላይ ካልቸር ላይ ሄሪቴጅ ላይ ታርጌት ያደረጉ የተለያዩ ኢቨንቶች ይኖራሉ ለሱ የመጀመሪያ ያደረግነው የኮፊ ኦሎሚዴ እና የልጅ ሚካኤል ኮንሰርት ነው እሱም ያደረግንበት ምክንያት አንደኛ ኮፊ ኦሎሚዴ ትልቅ ስራ የሰራ ለአፍሪካ ከ30 በላይ መቼስ እናንተ ታውቁታላችሁ ከ30 በላይ አልበሞች ያሉት ትልቅ አርቲስት ነው እሱን ማምጣት አሰብን እዚህ ሀገር ላይ ደግሞ አሁን በጣም ትልቅ አርቲስት የሆነ ኢንተርናሽናል ላይም ያው ልጅ ሚካኤልም እንደምታውቁት በደንብ በአፍሪካ የሚውዚክ ኢንዱስትሪ ላይ እየወጣ ያለ ሰው ስለሆነ እሱን ሁለቱን አንድ ላይ አድርገን ትልቅ ስራ ትልቅ ኮንሰርት ለመስራት ነው that's the basic question yeah
እሺ thank you በጣም ነው ሰናይ from the club በመቀጠል ልጅ ሚካኤል ላንተ ነበር ጥያቄ
እሺ አመሰግናለሁ የኮንሰርት ዝግጅቶች ብዙ ከአፍሪካ አርቲስቶች ጋር ያው ሰርቻለሁ ኢንተርናሽናል የሚባሉ መድረኮች ላይ ትልቅ መድረኮች ላይ ሄጄ ሰርቻለሁ ያው ያለው ነገር ምንድነው አንድም ቋንቋን ከማስተዋወቅ ነው ሁለቱም ደግሞ የኛ ሀገር ትንሽ የሂፕ ሆፕ የሙዚቃ ስልት እንዳለም ለማሳወቅና እዛ ፐርፎርም ማድረግበት ትልልቅ ስቴጆች ሄጃለሁኝ ዋን አፍሪካ የሚባል ትልቅ ዝግጅት አለ በአለም ላይ ነው የሚደረገው ኒውዮርክ ላይ ዱባይ ላይ አፍሪካ ላይ ይደረጋልና እዛም ላይ ከትልልቅ አርቲስቶች ጋር ሰርቻለሁ ያ ምንድነው አንደኛ ቋንቋን ከማስተዋወቅ አንፃር ሁለተኛ ደግሞ ሂፕ ሆፕ የሚለውን የሙዚቃ ስልት እኛም ጋር አለ የሚለውን ለማስተዋወቅ እሱ ትልቅ ፋይዳ አለው ብዬ ገምታለሁኝ እንደገና ባህልንም ከማስተዋወቅ እንደዚህ አይነት ትልልቅ ስቴጆች ላይ በተለይ ከሎካል እንዳልከኝ እንደጠየቀኝ ከዚህ ከሎካሉ ሲወጣና ወደዛ ሲሄድ የሀገር ባህል ልብሶችን ምንም በመልበስ ስለሆነ ፐርፎርም የምናደርገው በጣም እንትኑ እንድምታው ደስ ይላል ቆንጆ ነው እና የመተዋወቅን ባህሪ ይመጣል ከዛ እዚህ ሀገር መጥተው እንዲሰሩ የምንፈልጋቸው አርቲስቶች እንኳን ካሉ ባነጋግራቸው ኑና እስኪ ከተማውን የሚዋት እዚህም ፐርፎርም እናድርግላቸው በጣም ወል ሆነው ነው የሚቀርቡልና ይሄ ትልቅ አድቫንቴጅ አለው በዚህ ቢታይ አሪፍ ነው እላለሁ አመሰግናለሁ
Thank you, Michael. The next question was to you, Kofi Olomide. The first question that was asked is, there's a lot that's happening politically in your country, and you were very heavily involved in that political climate. Are you still involved in that political climate, or have you kind of moved away from that scene?
I'm supposed to be like a singer. I'm a singer. A singer who loves his country, who loves the people, who cry for the people, who can't be happy if some people, very few, have everything, and the majority, nothing. Only tears. I don't know if you can call me politician. I have compassion, I love my country, and I'm a patriot. But if I told you that I'm Kofi, politician, you should say, go out. But definitely I'm a singer, and I'm Frenchman, so my English is...
አንድ ጥያቄ ነበረ፣ ቆይ እናስደግመዋለን ትዝ ስለማይለኝ፣ እስከዛ ማይክ ላቀብል።
ሚስተር ኮፊ ዌልካም ቱ ዩር ሆም አዲስ አበባ። በአማርኛ ነው ንግግር የሚጀምረው፣ ምክንያቱም አማርኛ አማርኛ ልጅ ሚካኤል ሂፕሆፕን በኢስት አፍሪካ በደንብ ገፍቶት የሙዚቃው ደረጃውን ከፍ አድርጎታል። ከዛ በላይ ደግሞ ኢትዮጵያን በጣም እያስተዋወቀና በሀገሩ በአማርኛ ሙዚቃ ነው ሂፕሆፕን እያነገሰውና በዛ ላይ ከዲጄ ጋር ነው ኮላብሬት አድርጎ የሚሰራው። ኮፊ ኦሎሚዴ ከልጅ ሚካኤል በተማረና ሊንጋናን I know you before 20 years ago የአንተን ሙዚቃ በየክለቦች እናጫውታለን እና ከፍሬንች ይልቅ እንደ ልጅ ሚካኤል ሊንጋናው ቢቀድም፣ ምክንያቱም ልጅ ሚካኤል ሂፕሆፕን በእንግሊዝኛ መጫወት ይችል ነበር፣ ግን አማርኛን የትም በሂፕሆፕ ማድረስ ይቻላል። ኤምቲቪ አዋርድም ላይ አይተነዋል ይሄንና ወደፊት ኮላብሬት አድርጋችሁ እንድትሰሩና አንተም በደንብ በዲጄ እንድትሰራ ስንል በትህትና እንጠይቃለን።
So the first question was a question and a comment, I think, at the same time. So what he said essentially is, Lij Mikael does a hip-hop art. His music is predominantly hip-hop, and he does it in Amharic still. And so I guess the question, he said he's known you for 30 years and seen your music. So why in English as opposed to Lingala? And or French for that matter, and why choosing in English, and also I guess commenting that it would be interesting for you to speak in your country's language in that space, so that is kind of highlighted on more. And yeah, I think shortly that was what was said. Yeah, and then of course the last thing was if you guys could collaborate going forward, and maybe if we're going to hear something as a collaboration between you two now that the scene has been set.
I start by the last question. I'm ready for everything, making people together. But I'm not sure to have understood the beginning of the question. At the beginning of I'm not sure that I understood.
So the question was, why does Kofi Olomide sing in English?
French.
In French. I don't think that's true, but I can answer that. That's not true. Pourquoi vous chantez beaucoup plus en... why does he sing in Lingala instead of French?
Yes. Why is he singing in French instead of Lingala?
I don't think that's true, but pourquoi vous chantez beaucoup plus en français qu'en Lingala?
No. Not wrong. Most of my songs in Lingala, like your question in Ethiopian language. Sometimes I sing in French because I'm a Frenchman. Official language of Congo is French, official language. But I have like 24 albums today, 24. Most of them in Lingala, but some songs in French, some words in English also. Some words. I don't have a song in English, but I can try. I can try in the future. Is that the question?
Yes.
Oh.
And the collaboration. Yes.
So the second question is collaboration.
On the feature, on the single.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
There you go. So you've ignited a possible, you know who to look at now if that happens. Fantastic. Okay, wait, there's one question here first that I've already had queued.
Good afternoon, good morning. My name is Katalawat. I actually have a radio show called We Africans for the last 14 years. It's a great pleasure to see both of you actually here on the stage. My question is for both of you. He actually asked one of the questions. For Mr. Kofi, my question is, you've been here before, so obviously you haven't really collaborated with any Ethiopian musicians up till now. I think that was your answer on the previous question. For Lij Mikael, it's an honor to see you, to meet you.
Thank you.
በጣም ደስ ይላል። የአልበም በጣም የሚገርም አልበም የሰራኸው። በጣም እና የኔ ላንተም ጥያቄ ከሌላ ብዙ ከአፍሪካን ሙዚቀኞች ጋር ዘፍነሃል፣ ተጫውተሃል። ኮላቦሬሽን አለ ሆይ? ለምንድን ነው የሌላችሁ እንደዚህ አይነት ትላልቅ ሙዚቀኞች ሀገራችን ሲመጡ ወይም ደግሞ ስትሄዱ እናንተ?
Once again, welcome Grand Bao. I've been into entertainment. Je suis dans l'affaire de événements depuis des années, 30 ans à Paris, à Washington. J'ai un programme à la radio ici et au Ghana. Maintenant, je suis diplomate. Les gens me demandent pourquoi Kofi Olomide, et puis vous êtes du Congo. Kofi, c'est un nom comme au Ghana. Olomide, c'est comme au Nigeria. Est-ce que vous pouvez m'expliquer? Là, je peux expliquer à tout le monde qui me demande Kofi Olomide. Pourquoi le nom?
Parce que...
እንግዲህ እኔ አሉኝ ኮላቦሬሽን የሰራኋቸው ግን ፋይናንስ ስላልተደረጉ ነው። እንዳልኩት ብዙ የአፍሪካ አርቲስቶች ጋር ግንኙነትም ስላለኝ ኮላቦሬሽን አለ፣ ግን እንደ ሳምፕል ነው የተቀመጡት። ፋይናል ስላላደረኩት ነው። ብዙ ጊዜ ወደዚህ አይመጡ። ሲመጡ ግን ስቱዲዮ ማስገባት በጣም እፈልጋለሁ፣ እወዳለሁ። ግን እኔ በሄድኩባቸው ቦታዎች በተግባራ በተለይ ዋን አፍሪካ የሚባሉት ላይ የሰራናቸው ሳምፕሎች አሉ። እነሱ ፋይናላይዝ ሲደረጉ ይወጣሉ ብዬ ገምታለሁ። ደግሞ ጥሩም ጥያቄ ነው። ወደፊትም እዚህ ሀገር መደረግ ያለበት ነው። ሲመጡ እንደዚህ አርቲስቶች፣ ትልልቅ አርቲስቶች ሲመጡ ማንኛውም የሀገራችን ሙዚቀኛ ኮላቦሬት አድርጎ የሚወጣው ሙዚቃ እንድምታው በጣም ትልቅ ነው፣ ሰፊ ነው። በሁለት ሀገሮች መካከል ስለሚደረግ ማለት ነው። እና እኔ ያለኝ ግን እንደ ሳምፕል ስለተቀመጠ ነው። መውጣታቸው አይቀርም። አመሰግናለሁ።
Fantastic, Arish. Thank you. ለሁለት ጥያቄ ሰዓት አለ። ጥያቄዎች ካላችሁ?
I think because it was about the collaboration, maybe translate a bit for...
So, I believe you heard the question. The question is, are you willing to collaborate? This is your second time in Ethiopia, and you haven't collaborated so far. So, are you willing to collaborate with Ethiopian artists? Are you interested in collaborating with Ethiopian artists? If I'm not mistaken, that was the question. And are there any future plans maybe that you can tell us about in terms of collaboration?
The question is yours.
From the lady...
First, I'm very sad with the lady because Michael, you say, yeah, it's a big honor for you to ask him, but for me, not enough. Why discrimination? Why discrimination?
It's an honor for you, sir.
No, you know, 20 hours a day. I'm joking. I'm not serious. So yes, like I said, I'm ready. I'm open. I'm ready. I love meeting people. Not a very lovely Ethiopian boy from America. So if needed, I'm here. In Congo, they call me a paparapa, the father who works with kids. And I work with, today I'm helping young musicians to grow up, to develop, how do you say in English?
To fly.
Yes. And so I'm ready. I'm ready, no problem. And it will be exciting to sing. So, you know, let me tell you the truth. We know Ethiopia Airlines, because Ethiopia goes everywhere.
Yeah.
People who have not been in a city, in a down city, in Addis Ababa, everybody cross here, in your airport. And now we don't know very well the country. Our knowledge of the country is very few, sorry for that. But we see the very, very beautiful girls from your country. But it's known. And boys also are very... So I really, I'm serious. It's not for fun. I'll be very happy to have a collaboration with any female or male singer of that country, really.
So I think that it's also worth noting that events like this and spaces like this
allow artists.
So yeah, so I was just saying that events like this and spaces like this allow artists to get to know each other, to be able to create together. And so this today plays a huge part in what we're all saying, in creating collaborations with the African continent. And we hope that more artists come and get to know our country more, as opposed to just Ethiopian Airlines or beautiful women, which are both amazing things. I'm just saying. All right, so we have space for 2 more questions.
Grand Mopao Mokanzi, bienvenue en Éthiopie.
Oh, merci pour le français, jolie fille, merci beaucoup, j'applaudis tout ça.
Bienvenue en Éthiopie.
Merci beaucoup.
On espère qu'il y aura une vraie collaboration, pas seulement avec les Michael, mais aussi il y a des artistes femmes.
Oui.
Parce que vous aimez bien les femmes, ça sera bien de collaborer avec. Il y a des jeunes comme Betty G et d'autres artistes que vous pouvez collaborer.
Oui.
Merci pour être là. Bienvenue, on vous adore, on vous aime.
Merci beaucoup.
DJ Michael aussi, bienvenue, on va le savoir maintenant, DJ Michael.
My Instagram.
ኮንፈረንስ እንኳን በሰላም ወደ ኢትዮጵያ መጣ እና የእውነት ኮላቦሬሽን የሚኖር ይመስለናል። ከልጅ ሚካኤል ጋር ብቻ ሳይሆን ከሴቶች አርቲስቶቻችን ጋር መኖር አለበት። ለምሳሌ ከወጣቶቹ እንደ ቤቲጂ ሌሎችም አርቲስቶች ጋር እና እንወዶታለን እና ከብሮታለን። ልጅ ሚካኤል እንኳን በሰላም ወደ መጣ ነው ያልኩት።
Shamasegnalo, Mr. It's an honor to have you here. Would like to say welcome to Addis, and I thank you for appreciating, our girls and women.
Boys also.
Boys also. Actually, we do have many things if you can see anyway. My question is mostly, a well-known artist like you come to Ethiopia. We try to perform at least one local musics, to entertain the local audience. So, do you think you're going to do it at least one local song? Are you going to perform?
If I can play a local song.
Yeah. Are you going to try?
An Ethiopian song.
Sure.
If he starts, I can follow.
Oh, so you're going to perform. You guys together on the stage. Maybe you can do that. Yeah. My second question goes to ልጅ ሚካኤል and we make it in Amharic. ምናልባት I'm not sure whether it's asked or not, ግን እንደዚህ ከውጭ ከሚመጡ አርቲስቶች ጋር መስራት ኦዲየንስን ከማዝናናት በመለሰ ያለው ፋይዳ ምንድን ነው? አንድ ሰው ስለ ፓን አፍሪካኒዝም ሲያነሳ ሰምቻለሁ። you do promote your culture, like አንተ ውጭ ስትወጣ በልብስ በምናምን ታስተዋውቃለህ፣ ግን እንደው ከዛ በመለሰ ፐርሶናሊ የሚኖረው ጥቅም ምንድን ነው? እንደ ሀገርስ ያለው ፋይዳ ምንድን ነው ብለህ ታስባለህ? እንደዚህ ከተለያዩ ሀገር አርቲስቶች ጋር መስራት። ሶስተኛው ለአዘጋጆቹ ነው። you guys do you have enough space, like ምን ያህል ሰው ነው ኤክስፔክት የምታደርጉት? ምን ያህል ሰው የሚይዝ ቦታ አላችሁ? Thank you.
Okay, so these are our last questions. Maybe the one thing that I do want to add before I give you guys the space to respond, Rahus and I from your side, I know that a lot of them wanted to know who Yon is, the other artist, so maybe if you could just brief them while you answer the last couple of questions. So I think your question for Kofi was, are you going to sing in Amharic? Maybe we can start with an iskista. We can teach a little bit of this and then we can go from there. But I do know the question was a little more in depth when it came to ልጅ ሚካኤል, so let's continue on with that and we'll move on to ናሁሰናይ.
እሺ አመሰግናለሁ። ለኮፊ የጠየቀው ጥያቄ በጣም አሪፍ ጥያቄ ነው። ምክንያቱም ታስታውስ እንደሆነ ቢዮንሴ የመጣች ጊዜ አበባዮሽን ተጫውታ ነበረ። እዛ ጊዜ ላይ የነበረው ስሜት በጣም ደስ የሚል ነበረ። ይሄ በጣም አሪፍ ጥያቄ ነው። እንግዲህ እኔ የምችለውን አደርጋለሁ። እስክስታም ባይሆን እንኳን አሳያለሁ። እሱ እንዳለ ነው። ወደ እኔ ስመጣ እንግዲህ ካልቸርን ከማስተዋወቅ አልፎ በራስም ወይም ደግሞ ሌላ እንድምታው ምንድን ነው መሰለኝ ያለው ጥያቄው። እንግዲህ እኔ በግሌ ክፍያ አገኛለሁ፣ ይከፈለኛል። እሱ የግሌ ነው። ከዛ በተረፈ ግን ዋናው ቁም ነገሩ ካልቸር ልውውጥ ነው። አሁን ለምሳሌ የነ ኮፊን አለባበስ ምን እንደሆነ አላውቅም። ስለዚህ እዛ ቦታ ላይ አሁን ለምሳሌ ዋን አፍሪካን የሚባል ዝግጅት አለ። እዛ ላይ ሁላችንም አለን ከኢትዮጵያ። እኔና ቤቲጂ ብዙ ጊዜ እንሳተፋለን። እዛ ላይ ብዙ አይነት ልውውጥ አለ። ባክስቴጅ ውስጥ የሚኖሩ ብዙ አይነት ነገሮች አሉ። እኛም ቃል እናስተምራለን፣ እነሱም ቃል ያስተምሩናል። ምንችለውን ያህል እንግባባለን፣ እኛ እንናገራለን። የራሳችን ካላንደር እንዳለን እሱንም አያውቁ አሉ። በዛ ላይ ደግሞ እውነት ለመናገር ቅድምም ኮፊ ብሎታል፣ ኢትዮጵያ ኤርላይንስ ብዙ ቦታ ስለሚሄድ ኢትዮጵያ ኤርላይንስ በደንብ ይታወቃል። አርማችን አይደለም እሱ በደንብ ይታወቃል። ከዛ በተረፈ ግን ሙዚቃችን አልገባም፣ አልሄደም ብዙ የአፍሪካ ቦታ ላይ እና ሲጠየቁ ሰርፕራይዝ ሆናሉ። አንዳንድ ጊዜ አሀ ሙዚቃ አላችሁ እንዴ? አሁን ዋን አፍሪካ ላይ ስንሄድ ኢትዮጵያ አለ እንደ ሙዚቃ የማለት እኛ እንደዚች ባብል ውስጥ የሆነ አንድ የተከለለ ነገር ውስጥ ያለን ሰዎች ነን በሚውዚክ ኢንዱስትሪ። ምክንያቱም የራሳችን ሰው አለ፣ የራሳችን ብዛት ያለው ሙዚቃ ተከታይ ስላለ የማውጣቱን ጉዳይ ወደዛ የማውጣቱን ጉዳይ አናተኩርበትም። ግን ስንገናኝ ብዙ ነገር እንለዋወጣለን። በተለይ ባክስቴጅ ውስጥ ከመጀመራችን በፊት በጣም ብዙ ነገር አለ እንዳልኩ፣ ከልብሱም ከቋንቋው አሁን እናመሰግናለን፣ እሺ እንደምናችሁ ምናምን ሁሉ እንግባባለን እና ይሄ አንደኛው ትልቁ ቤኔፊት ነው ብዬ አስባለሁ። አመሰግናለሁ። መልሻለሁ መሰለኝ። እሺ
Let me just try and round up what ልጅ ሚካኤል said for Kofi, because it was in Amharic. He did say he will try and teach us Kazda, like I said, so hopefully you will leave learning a couple of Ethiopian dances. But having said that, he talked a little bit about being part of One Africa, like reiterating really your words, which is, I think a lot of African countries, as you said, do know Ethiopian Airlines because, you know, it goes everywhere. But we don't know, or they don't know the music or the culture per se. And us and ourselves as Ethiopians, there's so many people here and there's such a variety here that sometimes we're not really doing the work to take out the music past the country. And that's something that we want to collectively work on. And that's something that we want to collectively build on. And like I said earlier, events like this times like this and spaces like this really allow us, and so it's very exciting that you two are here, and what's to come is very exciting. So I just wanted to maybe round up what Michael said.
Very important.
Yes. Michael, ce qu'il dit, c'est par rapport à ce que vous avez dit avant du panafricanisme. Les gens passent par Addis Abeba, par l'aéroport, et ne savent pas trop sur la culture et la musique. C'est vraiment, un devoir pour eux, artistes et musiciens d'ici, d'essayer de faire un effort d'exporter cette culture et la musique éthiopienne à travers le monde.
D'accord, I understand. Yes, he's right.
So I guess the last question is to the organizer, so we'll respond to that, and we'll let the lovely artists leave and get ready for tonight.
Regarding the space, so I don't know if you have seen the place, but it can accommodate up to 1,400 people. Yeah, that's the capacity of the space. So actually, we're almost sold out. So we're expecting our guests this night. Regarding the artist Yon, she's coming from Paris. She will be the opening act from Paris. So we wanted to connect the Ethiopian, the hip hop plus the Koffi Olomide type of music. So we're using Yon on that regard. So she'll be performing in French and English. So it will be like a connecting performance. Last but not least, I want to thank the sponsors. Castle Beer, BGI Ethiopia, they were supporting us big time. And also Ethiopian Airlines, the representatives are here. So thank you very much. Plus Best Western, they give us this space, and also they are accommodating most of our guests. So thank you Best Western as well. And last but not least, Coca-Cola. And thank you all for coming. We really appreciate, and hope to see you tonight.
Thank you.